I thank my colleague for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong opposition to H.R. 1599. This misguided legislation would limit consumers' access to information about the food they eat by preempting state laws and codifying the current failed system. I want to be clear, this is not a debate about whether or not genetically engineered foods are safe. It is a debate about whether or not consumers have a right to know what is in their food. Is a point I hope we can all agree upon. Unfortunately, consumers currently do not have access to the information they're looking for when it comes to genetically engineered foods. And current labeling standards are so ineffective that consumers are often confused by the information that they do find. Consumers should be able to trust that the labeling on food is both accurate and truthful. And consumers should not be confused about something as basic and fundamental as the food they eat. But rather than fix this problem, H.R. 1599 simply perpetuates the status quo of confusion. The food industry claims the current voluntary system is adequate and consumers do have the information they need. Yet despite the fact that there are great numbers of genetically engineered foods on the market, very few of them have been labeled as such. Our constituents want to know how their food is made, and they are calling on us to help make this information more accessible. But instead of responding to this call, this flawed legislation ignores the problem and makes it even harder to require labeling in the future. It removes FDA's authority to craft a national labeling solution, yet also prevents states from acting on their own. Simply put, this bill prioritizes profits over consumers' choice and keeps consumers in the dark. That is why I strongly oppose this bill, and I urge my colleagues to join me in voting no. I yield back.